Nobody really talks about the struggle of growing up with African parents in an African household. Now, when you are an African child growing up with African parents, your parents put a lot of pressure onto you. Like, for example, I know when I was a few years ago, I used to play a lot of sport and I was fit, right? And then there was a point, I think this was last year, where I went through a difficult period of my life. That whole period when I was playing sports and when I was doing well for myself, my parents never said, "Oh, well done for keeping in shape," or "well done for doing this." But the moment I got fat, the moment I started to gain weight, my parents would remind me every single day, right? And it's something that was it destroys African youth, people that live in African households. It destroys them. I feel like having an African parent, yes, there's some perks that come with it, but to be honest, most of it is not. They're cons. Like another point is African parents put a lot of pressure on their kids, right? They had their own goals. African parents had goals for themselves when they were growing up, and some way along the line they were not able to achieve those goals, so they now put that on their children, and they put immense amount of pressure on them. And maybe some parents have achieved their goals, but they still put pressure on them. you know um African parents take away children's childhood.